Hey everybody, welcome to Mortgage Today for Monday, July 1st, 2024. And what a day it was. UMBS opened the day down 15 basis points in the first hour of trading. S&P Futures, not featured, I guess past tense, I guess that would apply. Futured was up 13.75 points. Bonds began the day in slightly weaker territory and continued selling somewhat abruptly at the 820 CME open. There continue to be few satisfying scapegoats apart from month-end, new month trade flows, but there are some connections to be drawn to European politics, Japanese yen turmoil, and perhaps even implications of shifting U.S. political narrative. Almost every single component of the ISM data was weaker than the previous report. Despite that, and despite the initial rally, the bond market was actually slightly weaker in the moments leading up to the data. So ISM Manufacturing came in at 48.5 on a 49.1 forecast. It was 48.7 previously. ISM Prices Paid was 52.1 versus 55.9 forecast. It was 57 previously. So prices finally move in the right direction for those of us that are poor. The rise in bond yields on Friday was puzzling because the PCE inflation indices were benign and came in as expected. Bond yields briefly touched 4.27 an hour before the report before working their way higher to 4.4. Not sure what the catalyst was. Could have been, like I said, month-end quarter adjustments and things like that. The week ahead will be dominated by the jobs report on Friday and Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow. Often, if not most of the time, one can observe the core ingredients of any given trading day and reasonably predict the future of the bond market's reactions. At the very least, there's a certain basic level of causality that tends to play by the rules more often than not. For instance, if a report like ISM Manufacturing comes in weaker across the board, it's reasonable to expect bond yields to fall, all other things being equal. But to be fair, that actually happened today, but only for about 70 seconds before yields began selling off, ultimately hitting their highest levels in more than a month. Such a counterintuitive move sends analysts scurrying for narratives to fit the market movement. In this case, all we have are the now familiar month and new quarter, new month trading patterns, and then politics. The latter is a can of worms, not because of the charged nature of the topic, but because all of the ifs, thens, assumptions, and yeah buts required to make that narrative fit. So UMBS are down 20 basis points on the day, so ending up at 99.97. 10-year came in at 4.463, but at 99.97, it sucks to be below that 100 par. But more importantly, it puts us below all of this tough resistance. So, I mean, we have 5 different what were floors, which are now become ceilings, and then we have a Fibonacci for at 99.647, which we've really only tested and bounced off of once. So we need some bad news to get us back up into that range, or hopefully the market will decide that today's bad news was bad enough. We also got some important news from the Supreme Court, which overturned the Chevron doctrine on Friday. This gave regulators vast latitude in how to interpret laws affecting industries they regulate. So essentially, it made it difficult for plaintiffs to challenge regulatory decisions and allowed administrative state to impose rules that would never have a prayer of passing legislatively. So more or less what this comes down to is, in the past, courts tended to side with agencies. So if you have a finding against you from the Federal Trade Commission, the OCC, the Consumer Financial Protection Board, or you're a TV regulator and you get fined because somebody cussed on TV, the courts tended to just side with the regulators and kind of take it like that. So this decidedly lowers that power. And then also big news in the industry, Rocket Companies has appointed Heather Lovier as their company's chief operating officer as of June 20th. And she will replace Bill Emerson, but Emerson will stay Rocket's president. So congratulations to Heather. That's got to be a pretty good gig.